Hey winners, welcome back to Focus on Winning. My name is Ashraf. I realize these days people are using Facebook as their business platform. That's where they get their leads and buyers. That's where they create a mastermind group, coaching call, online courses, and so much more. Also, I see that more and more people are creating software to amplify their Facebook game. Whether it's about capturing emails automatically or adding a bunch of friends with a single click, or even sending a message to people that send a friend request. There are a lot of crazy things happening on Facebook, and one of the profitable techniques is using Facebook Messenger in a full potential. What if you could sell something using Messenger automatically? You create all the message at once and send it to your potential prospect. And all it does is get you more sales. That'd be great, right? So I met a guy who sold tens of thousands of dollars using Facebook Messenger. Pretty insane, right? Well, not for this guy. Paul is. He has done it. He has sold many things from low tickets to high tickets, and you know what? He is known as the Messenger bot guy. He's also an expert in the conversational commerce industry, C-com. He helps people turn prospects into raving fans. He has worked with many big names like Johnny Dumas, Ray Higdon, Pete Vargas, Jill and Josh Stanton, and many, many more. With Amplify C-com, Paul has developed systems that create rapid growth for online courses around the world. Alright, now that you know who he is and what he has accomplished, let's get to know how he did it. Here we go.
So the real question is this: how would an entrepreneur like us, who literally start from nothing or has limited resources and yet still wants to build an empire, join Ashraf as he answers this big question so you can apply it too? Welcome to Focus on Winning.
Hey Paul, say what's up to our winners and tell us one of the best things that ever happened in your entrepreneurial journey.
Hey, Asraf. Yeah, it's great to be on the show. Really appreciate you having me on. Yeah, so it's been a quite a long journey. It started off when I was 16, running my first business as well. So, and I'm 28 now. So
Wow.
do the maths. Yeah, one of the biggest lessons is conversation, conversation, and that is. A lot of people have forgot about the art of conversation. You know, like we're sitting at a dinner table now, and you sit at the dinner table, and then you've got people with the phones out, right? Scrolling. You go out for a meal with friends, and they're scrolling through Facebook instead of actually speaking to the person there in front of them. You're like, what the hell are you doing? You know, that is a big thing that frustrates me, and it's the same with the marketing. We talk to people like they're a herd, right? So like the cattle, as opposed to like they're an individual. And this is the biggest thing that I think people struggle with nowadays, is actually treating every single person that they connect with as an individual, and in an individual way. And by doing that, it breeds significantly better results, because people actually feel like they are being listened to, and then you build more like, trust, credibility, and trust equals more sales. Sales equals more of the life that you deserve.
I agree. And we kind of go into the more advanced technology where people just talk through mobile phone and computer and kind of like that, right? So yeah, that's a good
Which is
lesson you got.
crazy. Yeah, and it's about utilizing those platforms in the right way to actually grow those things further, as opposed to, don't use them as a distraction from the art of conversation. You use them as a platform to build more conversation. You know, there's no reason why we can't be using text messages, messenger bots, even direct mail still, and emails, all those kind of things. Every step of that process should be building the conversation, building that trust with each and every prospect that's coming through.
So when did you start as a Facebook bot messenger expert?
Yeah, so it was a couple of years, well, probably 2.5, 3 years ago. ManyChat had just come out, and at the time we were running a e-com business selling bridesmaids dresses, and we had a return policy, which they could return for any reason. So, but they could do that within 90 days of buying as well. So we're like scaling up. And then we thought, oh yeah, returns are fine, like 12%. Turns out they're actually 35%, right? So we ended up building this monster of high returns, which is not unusual in the clothing industry, by the way. The industry average return rate is 40%. So we were actually under that, but still we'd built this monster. So every time the mailman would come in the morning and you'd hear him scan the barcode on the package, and I knew that was another refund that had gone through. So it was like beep, £300, beep, £600, beep, £900. Like every single morning. I actually had a phobia of the postman coming in the morning. I think it's called mailmanophobia. I've just made that one up, but so we went through that. But the big thing that I learned from that was, although it was highly stressful, we actually automated like 80% of the customer service, and we actually built a personal connection with each and every person to build this reputation, a solid reputation with each and every person as well. And we did that by using conversational commerce. And then I was like, well, what was I really good at? I was really good at sales, and I was really good at building connections with people and building trust. So I was like, well, what if that applied for different industries? So I tried it with a restaurant, and we got like 50 people in the first week, like using Messenger and other conversational experience stuff. So we're like, oh, right, 50 new people in the first week. Well, that seemed to work well. And then we went to another restaurant, and they were like, I said, so how much would this put on your bottom line? And they said, this put another $150,000 on our bottom line if we continue to do this. I was like, okay, well, that seems pretty good as well. And I was like, well, what if it worked in the online world as well? What if it worked for coaches and consultants and online course creators? And I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can try that. So we went and tried it. We tried it actually with a non-profit first, and we did a viral giveaway bot. And they went from 0 to 2,500 subscribers in 14 days. And out of those 2,500 subscribers, we did $121,000 in sales. And I was like, well, this really works. This really works. So that was really cool. And then I was like, well, what if it works for other kind of businesses as well? What if a lot of businesses are missing this conversational experience? So they're just kind of like talking at the customer as opposed to with their customer and having that back and forth dialogue. So I ended up doing this Facebook Live show. We got John Lee Dumas on the show, and that led to a lot of other things because he recommended me for something, and then that led to other business. So I ended up working with these guys called Screw the 9 to 5, and they're super, super awesome people. We still work together now. We did a launch together, and they were doing these challenge launches. So they'd do like a 5-day challenge, and then you'd have like a 5-day cart open and then close the cart, and they do it for an affiliate launch. So we're like, okay, this is really cool. Let's try this out. They're like, what if we put a bot into it? So I was like, okay, let's try that. So we actually created like a daily task in the bot for each day. So they had to go through it, and then we check in with them in the bot as well to make sure they've done it. And it had all these like little small timers of like 2-minute timers. I'm going to check in with you in 2 minutes to see if you've done it. So it was really kind of like intelligent the way it was built. But then we also followed up with people like via email. We did Facebook Lives. We did this cart open, cart close. We did personalized video messaging, voicemail drops as well. So we send voicemails to the phone. So by doing all this, it's suddenly like these customers who like 6 or 7 days ago maybe have never heard of us before. Suddenly we are the top of their mind. Every day we're in their inbox. Every day they're watching our videos. Every day they're consuming the content. And then off the back of that, the previous launch that they did, the previous year did $35,000. Which is nothing to grumble at all. But by implementing that system and putting all that in place, we went from $35,000 to $293,000 in the next launch, which was fantastic. And the customers who even didn't buy was like, thanks so much. This has been the best challenge I've ever been through. So for us, it was also about creating this customer experience where people are like, oh, wow, I absolutely love that.
Wow, I love how you started your journey in an offline space, and then when you want to go to the online space, you just use everything that you learned from the offline space and just went all out. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when you realize that the principles can work, there's a difference between a strategy and core principles. So a strategy will work in maybe one vertical or one niche. So it might be, okay, so let's say you're working with coaches and you might say, okay, so we're going to drive from an ad to a webinar and then from a webinar to a call. Now, if you're a restaurant, you're not going to go, let's go from an ad to a webinar talking about our restaurant, and then we're going to book you on a call to talk about our restaurant, whether you want to book in, because that would just be crazy. But core principles in terms of like, apologies about the dog, if you can hear the dog.
Yeah, it's okay.
So the core principles are like things like knowing your avatar, right? Knowing your avatar inside out, using persuasive copy, integrating a CCOM experience. So you've got like all these different multiple channels that are integrating with each other to have an amazing experience. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're selling fish and chips or whether you're selling high ticket coaching and consulting, you can still apply some of those principles and you just apply them in a different way.
Awesome. So, Paul, as I already mentioned in the intro, we are going to talk about stepping up your business with Facebook Messenger. And since you are the expert in Facebook Messenger bots, let's first start off with the importance of Facebook Messenger. Why do you think it is the best platform to do business?
So when you look at Messenger is a piece of the puzzle, and it's a piece of the puzzle that's been missing for many years. That we've, over time, email has become more and more saturated. There's more and more stuff that goes in the promotional box. There's less and less people opening emails, or you get so many that you don't even see half the stuff. That's why when people do a promotion, they send you like 8 emails on that day. To say, by the way, it's closing. And then people still message you 3 months later, go, is it closed or not? So what you have with Messenger is it's instant, right? How many times a day do you check your Messenger? How many things are you going to click through on Messenger? Because you're asking for small micro commitments. Micro commitments are phenomenal at getting people to take a bigger commitment. What I mean by micro commitment is imagine... so there was a study done in the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. So they got people to ask people if they could put this massive billboard sign on the front lawn, and people are like, no, not letting you do that. Why? I've just met you. Why would I let you put a massive billboard sign that says "Please drive safe" on the lawn? So they was like, okay, well, let's try this instead. They said, would you put this little window sticker, right, size of a business card, in your window that says "Please drive safe"? And they're like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And then 2 weeks later, they came back and said, would you put this massive billboard sign in your front lawn? So they got this micro commitment of people who already said, yes, I'm committed to that. And then they did this bigger commitment afterwards, which was actually getting to fill in this, have this massive billboard sign in the front lawn. So we use the same principle when we're going through Messenger. So if you're going to start off and literally your first message is, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? It's not going to work because, and that doesn't work anyway. Just imagine walking down the street and literally just shouting at everyone that goes past, just going, hey, excuse me, I've got some stuff for sale. I've got some stuff. Anyone want to buy? Anyone want to buy? Who's going to buy? Maybe 1 in 10,000 people, right? Because they're like, who's this guy? Is this crazy guy just shouting from the rooftops going, who wants to buy my stuff? But if you went up to someone and was like, hi, we're just doing a quick survey today. We're just finding out like what people are struggling with. Oh, I'm really struggling with, I don't know. Let's take a simple offline example. I'm struggling to get my floors pristine clean. Okay, great. So how long have you been struggling with that? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have got something that might help you with that. And then it's this. You see how we took them through micro commitments, and then you sell them this magic mop or whatever that cleans all your house without you having to lift a finger. You know, that those kind of robot ones, that's really cool. So then you apply those same things to Messenger. You just take people through these small steps, you know, kind of like I do a lot where I'll have a follow-up sequence to just say, hey, did you find what you're looking for? Nothing more than that. Not, hey, go and buy my stuff now. Don't miss out. We do a little bit of that. But also, if you just go, hey, did you find what you're looking for? Then they'll go, I was looking for this. Because it's a lot easier if someone says, I was looking for this, for you to give them what they were looking for, than you trying to push on what you want them to buy. So, for example, I had someone this morning, they clicked get started. So basically you have to click get started on Messenger to get someone to interact with your bot. They click get started. They didn't click anything else. Nothing else had come up. So I was like, that's a bit strange. I was like, hey, did you find what you're looking for? And he was like, I was just looking for some free strategies around like building my business. And I was like, okay, I've got this. So I've given that for free. And then he messaged me back. He was like, oh, that was really helpful. What else do you think I could do with this business? So I went onto his page quickly, looked at his business. I was like, you could do this viral giveaway. He was like, what's a viral giveaway? I was like, it's great. We did it for our business. Here's the templates. Here's the, it has video walkthroughs as well. We did $121,000 with it, but you can get it for this price instead. And he was like, and then I didn't go, here's the link. I said, do you want the link? In fact, I didn't even tell him the price at that point. I just went, oh, we did $121,000 with it. Do you want a link to it? And he was like, yeah, sure. 2 minutes later, he bought the order bump and booked in a strategy call. Just from a conversation. It wasn't a go and buy my stuff. It was just a natural progression to where we wanted to get him to. And that's how Messenger can be powerful. A lot of people are using Messenger to send broadcast after broadcast of, hey, I did this podcast this week, or hey, go and check out this offer. Go and check out this offer. It doesn't work like that. It's not long form copy. It's short form dialogue, back and forth conversation.
And yeah, because Messenger is more like a friendly user, not formal like email, right? And we can actually chat with them, right? That's pretty cool. I love that you make a hook like, do you want a link?
Yeah.
That one question really good.
Yeah, and you know, like I say, it's all about the micro commitment. So it's taking those small little things and taking them to make a big impact going forward. Lovely dogs barking.
Is that your crazy family? Yeah.
Well, actually, this week we're having our bathroom redone. So I came from our house to come here because I thought this would be more quiet. Turns out that was not the case.
All right. Cool. So you said it's important because it's instant, because it's more friendly. We can chat, and I love that how you close that person just through a normal conversation.
Yeah, and you look, it doesn't have to just be through Messenger. In terms of bots, it can also be through just doing that organically. You know how we connected is I dropped you a personal video message.
Yeah. You closed me, and I also closed you on getting on here.
Yeah, because I think you'd liked or commented on one of my posts. Or sort of something. Yeah, I think you liked one of my posts. So I basically sometimes I'll just go through the people who've liked my post or commented on my post. So it shows that they're engaged with my content. So it's not just manual cold outreach. I think he'd added me as a friend. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, this guy seems interested in what I'm doing. So I'll just find out a little bit more about what he's doing. And then you were like, oh, what do you do? And I told you a couple of the results that we got and stuff. You're like, oh, I need you on my show. I was like, okay, that's fine. But was there any point where you were like, God, this guy's really pushy?
No.
No, exactly. It just feels natural, and that's how sales should feel. It should feel a natural exchange of value, and all money is just tokens of appreciation.
So, Paul, you said that you once do Facebook Messenger with restaurant, with consultant, with coach. What are the other business that is suitable for Facebook Messenger?
Any kind of business, and you some people might be listening to that and going, "Oh, come on, yeah, it can't work for anyone." But the principles can. It's just the way the strategy that you use changes. You know, we've done it with car dealerships. We've done it with a dog salon that does dog haircutting. So we create, you know, like for salons and stuff like that who have appointments. Create an appointment booking system through Messenger that then imagine every 6 months you go, want a little bit more business. Then all I need to do is drop a quick sponsor message to say, hey, just to let you know, we're doing a summer promotion or we're doing a Christmas promotion. Because you're a VIP, we're going to give you 10% off if you book in the next 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Or even offering a free cut, you know, free. Let's say it's a hair salon or whatever. We're giving a free cut and blow dry when you first start out or whatever. You bring all these people in, you wow them with the customer experience, and then they go, I'm going to come here now instead. And then suddenly you've got all these leads coming back in because people are too scared to give stuff away because they're like, yeah, I'm just going to give it away and they'll just go off somewhere else. But if you provide a service that is better than anyone else, if you believe that whether it's online, offline, or wherever, if you believe that your service is better than anyone else's, then don't be afraid to give away stuff for free because that will come back tenfold in the long run. A lot of people are playing a short-term game. You know, they'll go, well, I didn't get a sale right now, so that's it. That's it. That lead's dead. Let's just put that one in the bin. They didn't buy in the first day. So that's done. Now, what I do, and this is something that I've just started doing more of as well, is I create a blog post every day. That then goes into some of the bigger Facebook groups. It goes onto my personal page, and then it also goes into a folder on my Google Drive that then my VA will then put into an email sequence. So then I know I'm always building this back catalogue of valuable content, which is just valuable content, no sales in it. It's valuable content that's going out to my subscribers in the next 10, 15, 20 weeks. Right. And the plan is to get that up to like 3-4 years of content. So they will never have a week without me emailing them with amazing, valuable content. And then if I send them a sponsor message when I've got an offer on Messenger and I go, oh, by the way, guys, I've got this. Do you want this for free? This leads into this other upsell and this other upsell. Then suddenly they go, oh, it's Paul. Yeah. I trust Paul. Yeah, I trust what he's got to say. Let's go and check it out. And you can check it out and go, wow, that's an irresistible offer. I'm going to have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. Warm them up. Warm.
I like that. Believe the product and give value to other group. And you always, you know, create content in ClickFunnels group. And I always read that.
Yeah, but it shows because that was, like I say, I think that was the way I reached out to you is off the back of what you liked in the ClickFunnels group. You know, it doesn't have to be the ClickFunnels group. You might be in a completely different industry, but leverage the groups that are the biggest in your industry. If you are a restaurant, then go, or if you're marketing to restaurants, go in a restaurant marketers group. You know, don't go in the ClickFunnels group because that's not going to work as well.
Yeah. Hey, winners. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate that you made it to the end. Whoa. I'd love to hear your takeaways from this episode. And you can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram and we can have a chat. I'll put the link in the description below. Let me know what you think. Whether you like it or don't like it, just tell me, okay? So, anyway, talk to you soon.
Hey, thank you for listening. We hope you can implement everything from this episode. And would you like to know more about business strategies and life hacks that you can apply right now? If so, subscribe to this podcast so you can become the best you.